My friend, I want you to listen closely, not with the ears on the side of your head, but with the ears of your soul. This moment, this very instant, you are hearing these words, is not by chance, nor by accident. It is divine design. This is your biggest opportunity to manifest your goals. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now, you are not waiting for your moment. Your moment is waiting for you to awaken. The truth is simple. The world you see, touch, and taste is only a reflection of your inner conversations, your assumptions, and your feelings. Everything begins and ends within. Man is all imagination, and God is man, and exists in us, and we in him. The eternal body of man is the imagination. That is God himself. When you understand this, you understand that your power to create, to manifest, and to achieve is not outside you, but within you. You need not beg, plead, or strive endlessly. You only need to assume the state of the wish fulfilled. Assume the feeling of your desire fulfilled and walk in that assumption. You do not need evidence. The assumption itself is the evidence. The outer world is a delayed reflection of the inner state. If you persist in that assumption, regardless of what the senses tell you, it must manifest. That is law. That is principle. That is truth. This is your biggest opportunity, because the moment you decide to believe differently, the world must correspond differently. You are not the victim of circumstance, you are the creator of it. Your world is yourself pushed out. What you accept as true within, you will eventually experience without. And if you change the assumption you accept as real, the world must reorganize itself to reflect that new assumption. So, let me ask you, what is your goal? What is your dream? Do not water it down. Do not reduce it to what others think is reasonable. Reason is the enemy of imagination. Reason says you must wait, work, and worry. Imagination says it is done, and done now. Your desire is not given to torment you. It is given to awaken you. It is not a fantasy, but a calling. You would not desire it unless it already existed in a dimension of reality awaiting your claim. Close your eyes for a moment and feel it real. Do not try to see it as a movie or think of it as something to analyze. Feel it. Feel what it is like to already have your goal. If you want abundance, feel the peace that comes with knowing all your needs are met. If you desire love, feel the warmth and presence of being adored and cherished. If your goal is success, feel the satisfaction and pride of already having achieved it. Let that feeling sink into your bones. You see, feeling is the secret. Feeling is the key that unlocks the treasure house of heaven. Your subconscious mind does not respond to words, but to feelings. If you feel lack, it accepts lack as your truth. If you feel abundance, it brings it forth in divine order. The world rearranges itself around the dominant feeling you hold as true. The law does not care whether the feeling is of success or failure. It only knows to replicate it. This is why this moment is your biggest opportunity. Because this is the moment you can change your inner conversations. This is the moment you can catch the feeling of the wish fulfilled and refuse to let it go. This is the moment you can plant a new seed in the garden of your soul and water it daily with attention, belief, and gratitude. And that seed, my friend, must grow. Do not be deceived by the seeming delay between assumption and manifestation. That delay is mercy. It allows you to change your mind, to refine your vision, to deepen your belief. But once you are firm in your assumption, the world must move. People will appear, opportunities will arise, doors will open. It will feel like magic, but it is only law. I tell you, nothing comes to you from the outside. You are not here to react to life, you are here to create it. If you do not like what you see in the mirror, you do not blame the mirror. You change your face. Likewise, if you do not like what you see in your world, change your assumption. Change your state. Do not ask, how will it come? That is not your concern. Your only concern is, what do I desire, and can I accept it as real now? When you answer yes to that question, and you remain loyal to that feeling, you have stepped into the flow of manifestation. Life becomes effortless. You begin to feel as though unseen hands are moving all things for your benefit. That is the truth, for all things are moved by the one power, your imagination sustained by feeling. I have told you before, And I will tell you again, dare to assume you are already the person you wish to be. Walk in that feeling. Let it color your conversations, your thoughts, your sleep. Do not say someday I will be. Say I am now. For the name of God is I am. And whatever you attach to I am becomes your reality. You say I am poor, and poverty answers. You say I am wealthy, and wealth begins its journey to you. You say I am unloved, and loneliness becomes your companion. You say I am cherished, and love embraces you. The power is in the word, and the word is feeling made flesh. Every day you wake up is another opportunity to assume your ideal. Every moment you fall into doubt is another opportunity to return to faith. Faith is not blind, it is imaginative. Faith is seeing what the eyes cannot see and hearing what the ears cannot hear. Faith is assuming the reality of the invisible, and the invisible is more real than what you call fact. When you understand this, you realize that no one is against you. There are no obstacles. There are only reflections of your internal dialogue. You do not have to fight against anything. You only have to assume the highest state of your desire, and everything else falls away. The shadow of the old world disappears, and the new one emerges. This is not positive thinking. This is not wishful dreaming. This is spiritual law. Your awareness of being is the only reality. What you are conscious of being, you express. What you assume as true becomes fact. Therefore, assume wisely. Assume boldly. Assume lovingly. Assume abundantly. And do not fear the opinions of others. Let them speak. Let them laugh. Let them doubt. Their words cannot enter your world unless you give them permission. You are not here to conform. You are here to transform. You are not here to react. You are here to imagine. If you are faithful to your inner vision, the world must yield. Even your enemies will be at peace with you. So I say again, this is your biggest opportunity to manifest your goals, because this moment is new. The past has no power except what you carry with you. And if you choose to lay it down, to forget what was, and to embrace what can be, you are free, truly free. The chains fall off. The door opens. The light rushes in. Take this seriously. Begin tonight. When you go to bed, do not replay the events of the day. Instead, replay the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Create a scene in your mind that implies your desire is already yours. Feel it with such vividness that you drift into sleep in that state. Your subconscious will take it and reproduce it in your world. This is not idle talk. This is the process by which everything is created. All things exist in imagination first. The chair you sit on, the clothes you wear, the city you live in, once lived only in the mind of someone who dared to dream. And the same power lives in you. You are the dreamer dreaming the world into being. You are the creator creating your destiny. Stop looking outside for signs. You are the sign. Your feeling is the sign. Your inner conviction is the sign. When you walk in the assumption of your desire, you walk in power. You walk in faith, and you walk in alignment with God. For God does not exist apart from you. God is your own wonderful human imagination. My beloved friend, the power is in your hands. The moment you accept this truth, the moment you live from this truth, everything changes. No more waiting. No more hoping. No more wishing. You begin to know. You begin to assume. You begin to feel. And then you begin to receive. This is your invitation to a higher life, a freer life, a life not bound by circumstance, but designed by imagination. The world is waiting for you to wake up. The angels rejoice when you remember who you are. For who you are is divine. Who you are is powerful. Who you are is the operant power in your world. So walk today in the confidence that it is done. Speak today as though the world is already yours. Think today in terms of I have, not I want. For to want is to admit lack, but to feel you have it already is to set in motion the unseen forces of manifestation. This is your biggest opportunity to manifest your goals. Do not let it pass you by. Do not let another day go by living from the old man. Become the new man. Assume the new state, and live from it. Persist in it, and you will see what others call miracles. But you will know it was law, pure and divine. Thank you. You will know it was not luck or coincidence. You will know it was your sustained assumption, your inner certainty, your unwavering decision to occupy a state of being long before the evidence appeared. You will know it was you who moved the world, not by force, not by pleading, but by the silent inner act of imagining and feeling from the end. And when others come to you asking how it all happened, you won't point to effort or struggle. You will point within. You will say, I imagined it, I felt it real, and I persisted in that feeling until the world caught up. You will no longer be concerned with how long it takes, because time will not matter to you. You will have discovered the timeless principle that everything is already finished in imagination, and your only task is to align with it. If something unwanted appears in your world, you will not react with fear. You will see it as the shadow of a past assumption, nothing more than a remnant of a thought once accepted as true. And rather than fight the shadow, you will turn inward and adjust your feeling. You will re-enter the state of your desired reality and remain there, knowing the outer world must conform. This power within you is impartial. It is law. It responds not to good or bad, but to belief and acceptance. It gives form to that which is felt. So the question is not whether you are manifesting. You are always manifesting. The real question is, what are you manifesting? What are you feeling as true? Are you imagining lack? Then lack must come. Are you imagining delay? Then delay must continue. Are you imagining fulfillment? Then fulfillment begins its journey toward you the moment you feel it real. The key is to live from the end, not towards it. Feel it now. Become it now. Speak as though it is already yours. And watch how the world bends to meet that assumption. Do not concern yourself with repeating affirmations like a machine if they do not touch your inner feeling. An affirmation without belief is a sound without power. But if you affirm from the state of conviction, if your words are alive with inner knowing, then they become seeds that must bear fruit. It is not the length of time spent in meditation that matters. It is the intensity of feeling. A moment of true, concentrated assumption is more powerful than hours of distracted visualization. If for even a second you enter the state and feel it real, you have planted something eternal. The law is not mocked. It cannot return void. And remember, creation is finished. Everything you could ever desire already exists in potential. The dimension of your goal is already alive. You are not creating something from nothing. You are selecting that which already is. Your imagination is the instrument of selection, and your feeling is the tool of entrance. Once you feel the state is yours, you have entered that world. From that moment, treat the world as though it already happened. Do not seek signs. Do not keep digging up the seed to check if it's growing. That is doubt, and doubt is the enemy of assumption. Water your desire with faith. Let it unfold naturally. Do not concern yourself with how or when. Trust that it is done, and walk as though it was so. If someone were to give you a letter stating you had inherited a fortune, would you not feel different instantly, even before the money arrived? That feeling is the bridge. That feeling is the door. You do not wait for the money to feel rich. You feel rich, and the money comes. You do not wait for the partner to feel loved. You feel loved, and the relationship appears. You do not wait for the success to feel worthy. You feel worthy, and success rushes to affirm it. You are always in a state, and that state dictates what the world shows you. If you live in the state of I am not enough, then life will continue to reflect situations and people that echo that belief. But if you change the state to I am already what I desire to be, the world must respond in kind. This is not philosophy, it is law. The universe does not argue with you. It says yes, always yes. If you say I am failing, the universe echoes, yes you are. If you say I am successful, it says yes you are. This is why awareness is your greatest responsibility. You must become conscious of what you are saying to yourself, what you are assuming about your world, and what you are feeling day after day. You are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul, because you are the source of your assumptions. The moment you decide to claim a new reality and hold to it, no matter what appears, you begin to move mountains. The old must crumble. The new must rise. The universe cannot contradict a sustained assumption. Even now, as you hear my words, you are forming an idea. You are either accepting this truth or resisting it. And whichever you choose will bear fruit in your experience. If you accept it, then test it. Begin now. Choose one goal, something dear to you. Close your eyes and construct a simple scene that would be true if your desire were fulfilled. And every night, before sleep, enter that scene, not with force or desperation, but with gentle confidence. Let it become your inner reality. Let it become more real to you than the facts of the outer world. That is how you shift timelines. That is how you bend reality. Not with effort, but with surrender to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The world will call it madness. Let them. You will call it creation. As you continue, you will notice something remarkable. You will begin to feel differently. You will begin to speak differently. You will no longer be a seeker. You will be one who has found. And from that inner change, the outer world will transform to match it. This is inevitable. The law is unfailing. Your senses will scream the opposite. They will show you the absence of your desire, but you must deny that evidence. You must persist in your inner world until the outer world reshapes itself. This is not denial of reality. It is creation of a new one. It is not fantasy. It is faith. Faith does not wait to see. Faith sees inwardly and then allows that inner vision to materialize. This is how the world was created. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and that Word became flesh and dwelt among us. What is the Word? It is your inner statement of being. I am followed by whatever you believe. Say now within yourself, I am the one who has already succeeded. Say it not with doubt, but with deep conviction. Feel it in your body. Let it move through your chest like a breath of fresh air. Let it guide your choices today. Let it govern how you carry yourself, how you walk, how you speak. Embody the state, and the world must comply. The law works perfectly. If your manifestation seems delayed, ask yourself not, why hasn't it come? But what am I assuming that is keeping it away? The law is not partial to one person or another. It does not bless some and curse others. It simply reflects your state of consciousness. So the change you seek begins in thought. It begins in assumption. It begins in feeling. And when you change these, the mirror of the world must reflect something new. Even now, as you listen, your state can change. And when your state changes, everything changes. The people in your life respond differently. The opportunities that once eluded you appear effortlessly. That is not chance. It is evidence of your inner shift. Persist, I say. Persist not with strain, but with faith. Persist in the knowing that your desire is already yours. Every time doubt arises, return to the scene. Return to the feeling. Anchor yourself in the state of the wish fulfilled. Speak only from that place. Act only from that place. Live only from that place. And soon, without effort, you will find yourself living in the very world you once imagined. Not because you fought for it, but because you assumed it. Not because you chased it, but because you became it. The outer world has no choice but to echo the inner conviction. You will understand then why the mystics spoke in silence, why the prophets were still, why the masters withdrew into quiet confidence. Because they knew that all power lies within. And once the inner world is aligned, the outer must follow. There is no struggle in this, only surrender to the divine truth of your being. You are not becoming. You already are. The question is, can you believe it long enough for the world to reveal it? Can you stay faithful to the unseen long enough for it to become seen? That is the only test. And you will pass it by doing one thing, returning again and again to the state of your wish fulfilled. Let that be your dwelling place. Let that be your prayer. Let that be your identity. For the moment you forget the old and remember who you really are, the moment you shed doubt like a worn-out garment, and put on the robe of fulfillment, the heavens rejoice. The angels sing, and the world rearranges itself to make way for the new you. The you who no longer waits but creates. The you who no longer asks, but assumes. The you who lives, not from circumstances but from truth. And in that moment, everything you ever desired is already yours. You begin to walk through life with a quiet confidence, a divine calm, that does not need to prove itself. You know that you are the cause, and the world is the effect. You do not chase after success, it flows to you. You do not seek love. It is drawn to the love you already feel within. You do not beg for abundance. You radiate it. And life reflects that abundance back to you in countless forms. This is not wishful thinking. It is the deliberate conscious use of imagination, the creative force of God within you. It is the realization that you are not separate from your Creator, but one with it. And this awareness gives you power beyond what the world understands. It is why the scriptures say, "Be still and know that I am God." That stillness is not passivity, it is power. It is the power of knowing that what you imagine with feeling must externalize. And so you imagine not with strain, but with love. You assume not with doubt, but with faith. You declare not with desperation, but with certainty. You allow yourself to dwell in the invisible, to live as though the unseen were already seen, and in doing so you become a master of the law. Look around you, everything you have now was once imagined. Every experience, every person, every condition entered your world because at some level you assumed it into being. Whether you did so knowingly or not does not matter. The law responded all the same. So imagine now, but do so consciously. Feel now, but feel with intention. Decide now, not to merely wish, but to know. And if resistance arises, do not fight it. Observe it gently, and return to your chosen state. If fear whispers, "It's not working," smile and say, "It is already done." If doubt insists, "You don't have it," respond with calm, "But I do within." Speak to yourself as one who knows, not as one who hopes. Because hope is waiting, but knowing is creating. This moment, this now is your turning point. This is your biggest opportunity to manifest your goals. Not tomorrow, not when things feel better, not when the world gives you permission. Now, right now, for the only power that exists is now, and the only place where imagination operates is here within you. You do not need to fix the past. You do not need to worry about the future. You only need to claim the present. And in this present, if you will dare to feel your desire fulfilled, you open the door to 1,000 miracles. You awaken the dormant energies that have been waiting for your command. You activate the law that says, "As within, so without." And so you begin to live in a new way. You stop reacting and start choosing. You stop fearing and start knowing. You stop striving and start assuming. You become, in every sense, the person you have always dreamed of being, not someday but today. You walk differently. You speak with authority. You treat yourself with love. You radiate the essence of your desire. And the world, unable to resist the power of that conviction, must conform. People treat you differently. Opportunities present themselves. Circumstances rearrange themselves to match your new vibration. It looks like magic to others, but to you it is simply law. You no longer wonder if it will work, you know it always works. In this knowing, you are free. Free from the opinions of others. Free from the limitations of your past. Free from the illusion that something outside of you holds the power. You no longer search. You no longer strive. You no longer wait. You simply become. And this becoming is effortless, because it is your natural state. You were never meant to live in lack. You were never meant to live in fear. You were never meant to feel small. Those were learned illusions. But now you remember the truth. You are the operant power. You are the creator. You are the one who decides. Every goal, every vision, every dream you've ever had, it is not too big. It is not too far. It is not beyond you. It is calling to you because it already exists within you. Your desire is not random. It is the echo of what you already are. You would not desire it if it were not already yours, in the unseen. So stop questioning it. Stop pushing it away with doubt. Embrace it. Love it. Feel it. And most importantly, assume it. Assume it now. Assume it fully. Assume it repeatedly. Let it become your new identity. Let it become your new story. Let it become the foundation upon which you live. And in time, though time will seem to vanish, Your outer world will echo that assumption so perfectly, so unmistakably, that you will marvel at your own power. When that moment comes, when you stand in the fulfillment of what once was only a thought, you will smile, not with surprise, but with knowing. You will remember this moment, this turning point, this sacred now, where you decided to believe in yourself, to trust your imagination, and to feel the reality of your goal as already accomplished. As more desires rise, you will meet them not with hesitation, but with joy. Because you now understand that life is not something that happens to you, it is something you create, scene by scene, feeling by feeling, thought by thought. You will not fear desire. You will welcome it, knowing it is simply the next chapter of your unfolding story. This story is beautiful. It is powerful. It is divine. Because it is yours, crafted from your imagination, shaped by your assumptions, and lived from your truth. And that truth is eternal. You are already all that you wish to be. Let the world catch up. Let time make way. Let circumstances bow to your knowing. For the law is always working, and your assumption is always the seed. Plant wisely, feel deeply, and persist gently. For your goal is not out there. It is here. It is you. It always has been. So you move forward, not with struggle, but with grace. You no longer wrestle with resistance or fear, because you understand that these are mere shadows on the wall, reflections of a mind that has yet to fully surrender to the truth within. You meet each challenge with the unshakable confidence of one who knows that the outer world is but a mirror, and the real creation happens within. You carry your vision as a precious flame, nurturing it quietly in the sanctuary of your mind. You allow it to grow, not by forcing it to appear, but by living from the end, feeling from the heart, and knowing from the depths of your being. This is the art of manifestation as Neville taught, faith in action, not as blind hope, but as certain knowing. You do not need to rush or wrestle with time, for time is a servant to your assumption. When you assume the state of your fulfilled desire, the clocks begin to align. The right people, the right circumstances, the perfect moments will conspire in your favor, because your inner world is now the magnet attracting these outer reflections. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, moments when the senses scream otherwise. But now you have a refuge. You retreat to your inner theater, your mental scene of fulfillment. You see yourself already having what you desire. You feel the emotions as if they are happening now. You live that moment fully and completely, knowing that the unseen must materialize. And with each return to this inner state, your faith grows stronger. Your conviction deepens. The old beliefs fall away like autumn leaves, making way for new growth, new profitabilities, and new realities. This is the natural cycle of transformation. Quiet, steady, unstoppable. You will come to realize that manifestation is not about controlling the external world. It is about mastering your inner world. It is about cultivating a garden of thoughts and feelings that reflect what you wish to experience. When your inner garden flourishes with the fruits of fulfilled desire, the outer world will blossom accordingly. You begin to live as a creator, not a victim. You speak with authority to your own mind. I am already the person I want to be. And the subconscious, obedient and faithful, moves to make your words flesh. It is a partnership. Your imagination and feeling as the artist, your subconscious as the craftsman bringing the vision into form. There is no limit to what you can manifest because your imagination is infinite, and your feeling is the power that breathes life into it. The only limits that exist are those you accept. And now, armed with this knowledge, you reject limitation. You refuse to entertain lack or defeat. You embrace abundance and victory as your natural states. You walk through life with the quiet assurance of one who knows. This is your greatest opportunity. Not a chance event, not a lucky break, but a deliberate conscious alignment with the law of creation itself. You have been given the keys to your kingdom, the power of assumption, the tool of feeling, and the authority to choose your state. Use them wisely. Use them lovingly. Use them relentlessly. And watch as the impossible becomes possible, the invisible becomes visible, and your goals become your reality. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your greatest opportunity to manifest everything your heart has ever dreamed of. And when you claim it, live it and become it, you will know the joy of true creation. The joy of knowing that you are, have been and always will be the master of your fate, the architect of your world, and the creator of your destiny. Remember this above all else. The power to manifest your goals does not lie in distant circumstances or fleeting chances. It lives within you, here and now. Your imagination is the seed, your feeling is the water, and your unwavering assumption is the sunlight that brings your dreams into full bloom. This is your biggest opportunity, the sacred moment where you step into your divine role as creator of your reality. Embrace it with faith, embody it with conviction, and never doubt the infinite power you hold. Your future is not something to wait for. It is something to live as right now. So rise, assume and claim the magnificent life that is already yours. The world awaits the masterpiece only you can create.